get the channel promoted in all the proper places, and I will start the stream. I apologize for being quite late to the stream this evening. I promise I had a good reason. And there's the world channel. Okay, I think that's good enough to get things started. And let's get this underway. First things first, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, here with another Dark Seal stream. I'm happy to be back actually streaming the game, and again, I apologize for being late. I had quite a bit of a hold up today, so hopefully you all can understand. And first things first, I do want to thank everyone who has supported my channel in the past. We are finally at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and maybe you saw that video, maybe you didn't, but I wanted to make sure that everyone is aware how grateful I am for being able to reach that milestone. So, first of all, let's get into the matchmaking. We got matched up against 175 and 176, and we're doing fairly well. As far as how it's set up, this is a fairly even battlefield for us. We don't know how well the matchmaking is paired now that armaments are being factored in a little bit better, but let's take a look at some of the top ones. We have 16, 20, and 49, with 16 just running away with this. It seems like 20 and 49 figured out that they needed to back out of this, and they did. Understandably so. Battlefield 2 has 4 up against 1 and 14. So while they got away from the 2 regions versus 1 lower ranked one, it does put these higher might regions against really no one. Comparatively, anyways, I wouldn't say that 14 and 1 don't have players that can fight, but it's just a matter of numbers at this point. When your strength is less than half of the strength of your enemy, it kind of puts a damper on things. Battlefield 3, less of a similar scenario, but it is 96 and 102, with 121 kind of being in the way. However, but because of how defense works, it looks as if 121 is doing very well for themselves at this point in time. I'll be curious to see if that holds up, considering the metros will be taken at reset next time around. So we'll see how things go there. Battlefield 4, when the algorithm starts to take effect. Actually, no, the top 5 are handpicked. Then you have 193, 194, and 233. This is our low region matchup that appears to be doing fairly well. 194, it has the advantage in strength as far as the algorithm is concerned, and they are doing very well for themselves. As a comparison, us in 164 have only gotten to 423,000 points, and from what I understand, we've been fighting quite a bit. So to have a battlefield have more points than us is doing a lot right now. And then to round out the top 5, we have 42, 43, and 48. And you can see the power differences despite the Federation age in all of these. And the power is making a difference here. 361,000 is almost more than both 43 and 48 have combined as far as glory right now. I've learned that a lot of times that amount of glory is hard to make up if there's no clear way for them to make it up. And while here in Battlefield 3, it's very possible for 96 or 102 to take the Metro of 121 here, and 96 will make up that lost power difference. It's in Battlefield 5, they're up against the bigger alliance, the bigger region. So, and as we scroll down into the other regions, we start to see more of the algorithm-based matchmaking and seeing it's not perfect. 15 and 2 13s. Already, we could have had the 15, the 16, and the 16 here all been in the same battlefield, but they weren't. So already seeing some egregious mistakes. There's no reason at this point that these strengths shouldn't be closer in number. And if they are taking into account armaments and stuff like that, I don't see why there's this big of a discrepancy. Now, because I can't get online at reset for these type of things, I've already been swarmed. And it was by someone much stronger than myself. But I'm not too upset about how it turned out. Wish I could see where they were right now, but anyways. Let's go take a look at how these other regions are doing right now. So, already established that the matchmaking isn't great. I honestly think this is one we're going to see quite a bit happening in right now. I thought we would. It looks as if DHX is not home. Well, this is definitely weird. And ROK's not at home either. Where did everybody go? Well, please make sure you're clicking the right button. The other region is 121. Let's go take a look. Here's DHX over here, and they do have some movement over here right now. ROK, DHX, and Lion and Deepon are all moving right now. Oh, it does appear that there's a rally coming from Lion Una. I keep wanting to say Leon. While we wait. Okay, got another. Oh, it's Mosul. Okay. Talk to Kev or the Alliance. Oh, of infantry? Actually, I want to go see where everybody is right now. Yeah, ROK. But ROK and DHX is not doing well. I don't know if they decided to sit out of this one or what the case is, but also pleasure to see you, Smoke All. Always happy to have you in here. Oh, hello. So they're in 175. I'm gonna go all the way over there. I don't think anyone's going to try and. Yeah, there's no stopping that. Although I can do the same thing to him. Save as this right now. Overwrite it. I'm going to go ahead and refill this rally full of riders, or ranged, and then mass deploy those out. Um, I don't really run Thunder on the Garrison, sadly. I hate the Garrison tree. Okay, what's up? No, don't create the squad. What am I doing? You're right there. Take part a little bit at least. Riven, I want her to. I really do. But I decided to hold back this time. There were so many people trying to push for the infantry commanders this time around that I decided that, you know what, I'm going to hang back this time, save up for another couple of weeks, and then I will take part in it next time. You still have that going. So many people running infantry rallies. This is currently region 175. We have 176 in here fighting us. We have a couple of people from 175. We're mainly just clearing out a hive right now. Where are you at? You know what? Oh, that's it. Oh, that's all of. And that's a nice, easy kill. My rally should be setting off here soon. Oh, it's time for the damn base exploration thing again. Apologies. Probably gonna get swarmed on this, but you know what? Buff. Raise defense, because I've got it. Garrison captain, not doing great. If I'm not hitting you back, you're losing a lot of Mia's effectiveness. And I'm not using riders, so Thunder's attack debuff isn't as effective. Yeah, this is a fairly easy win. But I do appreciate you giving me the report on that. I want to see. Now you're starting to deal more damage. He's shielded. Sorry about that. This is my more defensive set, so can't wait to actually work on that. Oh no, the tennis shelter is going to be rallied by this guy. Thank you. Okay, I wanted to see this. Miyamoto with primarily infantry based stuff using Mia Eddy. First of all, love the armaments, love the equipment. I primarily am here for how he functions. Eddie, wow, this battle didn't last long, did it? 3 minutes. Actually, no. Yeah, 3 minutes. That got to go off 14 times. Defensive posture went off 15 times. Two Heavens is one went off 21 times. So on a 6 second timer, oh, sorry, we need to figure out the skill cycle of this. Appears to be once every about 6 to 7 seconds. And this went off 15 times within those, so looks to be on average every 8 seconds, which isn't bad, honestly. You finally left 41 Smoke Alt? Yeah, I heard you said you were moving. Where did you end up? If you don't mind me asking. Skill damage is about equal on both of them. 11, 3. This is 13. But if you're hitting multiple targets, which they should be cheesing it. Okay, I'll take a look at some of the other ones in just a second. I'll join that in a minute. Just because I want to be a part of that. Okay, we got another one here of Eddie Master Jin, but that's not what I want to see. Nice. And I wish I had a bit more money. Okay, here's another Eddie Miyamoto rally with a lot more time on its hands, so we can take a look. With Grand Feast activating 44 times, defensive posture and Two Heavens as one, also activating around the same amount of time. Oh, well, sorry, Two Heavens, not this one. We need quick draw technique and defensive posture. So they are running slightly slower than the skill time, but that's something that we can keep track of. Yeah, didn't have a full rally. Not much I can do there. Here's one thing I want to check. Not this one, it's this one. Something about this fight, because it did pick up some attackers there at the end. Did those counters activate more times? Defensive posture activated 39 times. 6, 7, so on and so forth. When it gets down here towards the end, it didn't activate anymore. Maybe it's only counting the activations. One thing I didn't see, though, and I want to double check that. He did not let that hit for long. No. So this it says it activates it for 3 seconds. One thing I did not see was an overlap. And I think that Mia's effect has a 6-second limiter on it. It has to. None of these are within 6 seconds. Defensive posture doesn't have an activation. Yeah, this is at the start of the combat. This is the only one, but even these times are messed up. Then you have quick draw technique, which is not supposed to have a 6-second limiter, and yet. Well, I hope you made a good home in 232, Smokealt. Well, that's freaking annoying. Hmm. Trying to think off the top of my head. It would still be about a 5% chance of it happening back to back. 4 to 5%. So it should at least happen once back to back. You'll have to give me one moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Combat log, defensive posture. Not a 1. Goes off 16 times. Not 1 within 6 seconds. Not 2 heavens is 1. Quick draw technique. That is extremely annoying. Eddie Jin showing just how long he can last on the field, despite being counter-rallied. And I will go ahead and apologize now. There's quite a big thunderstorm going through the area right now. So, yeah. If signal gets cut, I will be back tomorrow, I guess. Nope, canceling mine. Need to make sure that I have a set. It'll make you think about it. One, get rid of you. You're fine. Yeah, if I can catch you while your marches are out on that BS run, we'll be better prepared next time. Okay, now this was a hell of a rally. Counter rally here didn't last. A lot of deaths, but that's fine. Now I can rally this one without issue. Hero. Come on, help me out. There we go. Now it died. It died. Ghost is just going to town. I think I've ever used one from here. You need to take out that. Taking too long on a single enemy is what's going to cause you problems later on down the road, guys. Watch him come over here. Yeah, I knew it. They're gonna hit it. Nope, can't do it. Happily join you, Z. Yeah, you've got most of your troops out. No, not that one. Memory trip. Yeah, it's cheap. They've gone mad. Wish I could get over there to you easily. You got a little bit of healing out of Thunder there, but it's not enough to compensate for the majority of the damage being dealt. And mass deploying. It's at this point I wish that they didn't have that delayed. No, Academy, I decided to hold back on this particular Top Commander event because we had quite a few people going for the new commanders, and I know they need them for Archipelago Raid next week more than I do. So I will throw everything I have at the Top Commander after Archipelago Raid, and I'll likely have Tier 6 then. Yeah, regardless of if I get the commanders that week or not, I should have Tier 6 pretty easily. At least infantry Tier 6. And I'll be able to upgrade some of the Tier 5 troops that I have in order to have a full march of, or close to a full march of Tier 6 going into the next Archipelago raid. Ooh, free about the cause of problems. 100% in there. I will have it. I don't have it yet. Good to see you again, Master Pick. I haven't seen you in a while. I've seen your account, but I haven't seen you in a while. Okay. Squad detector shelter. You won't get that's true. Yeah, I have that from earlier today. Here we go. Yeah, the deaths were, even though I don't actually have deaths, the you do get a small amount. Need to keep cheesing this. Oh, please. Stop doing that. Dude, not too old. I really want to see Free Lolo's rally take off here against the. Where is that cat that he's targeting? Oh, literally right next to him. I'm just blind. Yeah, we migrated a while back, Pickle. Um, just because Region 6 was always getting screwed in matchmaking. Now we're back down in. For Dark Seal, we're down in the tens as opposed to in the top five for whatever reason. And it's not dying, but it's not growing either. They keep throwing things at it that are making changes to it, but that's primarily keeping some people around. It's definitely been more fun for us. We've had a lot better matchups. Haven't been stuck against any of the big three or big six or whatever you want to call the main alliances and regions now for quite a while. We kept always getting stuck against people like you and Boone, and well, we did end up against ROK one time, but we also ended up with ROK. So there's just not enough. When was your shelter hit? Had to have just been a second ago. I thought you were over here with us, Ballsy. Oh no. Oh, that's the person that hit me before. I was wondering where you were. I appreciate that, Pickle. Thank you. You have a good one. You have a good one too. I hope you're enjoying whatever game that you're sinking money into now. I appreciate that, Batman. Oh wait, sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that. Bruce Wayne. See how this one went. The rally itself didn't do too bad, considering I got swarmed from the get-go. Still holds true, sadly. Oh, that is something I need to check, though. Around halfway through. Let's see. That rally finally ended. I still think I can hit this one, just if they leave my freaking shit alone. You don't have enough. Oh, we got someone else. Oh, I need to add new people. So let's go ahead and. Trying to find people who don't look like they play too much anymore. That's just not fair, guys. I know I'm not the strongest, but damn. No, he's running. Z's about to launch that rally on Viking. It's gonna murder him. I don't recognize you. For a good reason. I don't recognize you either. So now I can add all the people that I wanted to add. Sweet. Z's rally is going to cause some damage. He just pulled his troops out. Nope. Not dealing with that. Okay, I will wait on Battle Fever to finish. No, I did not want to do that. We know we had some action going on in Region 121 earlier, but it looks as if DHX and them have backed off, maybe gone to a different region. Let's go check out 102. No groupings here either. 96 didn't have anything in it. I'll go ahead. Making sure I didn't miss any new game updates and stuff like that. Can you not hear me, Disguise Gamer? Um, Personally, Adele, I would focus on Miyamoto. Oh, and Disguise, I'm going to have background noise for the Archipelago raid, but I didn't set anything up for this stream because I was already an hour late when I got to it. But Miyamoto is turning out to be a better rally captain due to the damage output, and his counterattack skills are effective. However, we are learning one negative thing about it. For those of you that didn't hear it, I will try and make a short YouTube video about it. The counterattack skills that he has, both defensive posture and quick draw technique, have a 6-second limiter on them. I don't know if you've seen them on these. This effect can be triggered only once in 3 seconds or in once in 6 seconds, kind of thing. He has this He has this hidden in the skill. They didn't outright write it down, but it is an effect. So his counterattack skills do not activate more than once every 6 seconds on an enemy. I'm still trying to line up combat reports to see if it can affect different enemies, kind of like Roberts does with his burn. This effect can only be triggered once in 6 seconds per target. But I will get back to you on that and try and figure that out before I make the video. Who is it? Oh, Dick Tree. Not the greatest equipment, so you probably have armaments. Bless you. A shield. Yep. Okay. Oh, he left. Nah, that's what she said. Yeah, I don't really mind. And invite again. Yeah. Adele, I will say that I didn't get a chance to get mine this time around. Top Commander had a lot. We had quite a few people pushing for Top Commander this time around, and with some of our bigger alliance mates really wanting to get their hands on the new commanders, I decided that I would take one for the team and not push my stuff to make things more difficult. Um, So sadly, I did not make the push that I was hoping to make this time around. It's really sad, honestly. So I'll say lately I've had a lot more people trying to reach out to message me nowadays. Don't think that's going to be enough, but you know what? I'm going to try it. I know as soon as I march out, he's going to come out and say hello. I'll get one more invitation out. Yeah, definitely next time. Regardless if I get the hero or not, I'm dropping everything I have in the next top commander. Oh, I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine having Save Me in there knowing that he's wanting to max out the hero without having to spend additional money. And then again, his Mia is probably already awakened. Nope, I don't have enough troops. Oh well. Really don't know where. Oh, good lord. What I would be able to do if I had that much money. I really can't find anything else going on right now. Oh, someone's hopping through. Fairly certain you can still get him in the police station. Yep. According to my VIP, I've been in for 543 days. Yeah, the AoE buff is really nice still. Oh, well, hello, Justin. Here, let me. Oh, well, yeah, you're an H&B. Let me find someone. I don't know if I'm talking to you. No, I don't know you, but you're still fairly active. Boom. Yeah, I just didn't have enough troops. Not for what he was packing. He didn't have great defensive commanders either, which really sucked. I would love to have taken advantage of that. How much time do I got left on my battle fever? Still got 5 minutes. Let's go check someone else out. Trying to figure out where the fighting is going on here. Let's check 48. Here we go. 42 is kind of invaded over here, but here we have a Chun Lewis rally, which is starting to fall off in usefulness simply because of Chun's low skill cycle. But it's still extremely powerful. Chun still has one of the strongest skill damage attacks in the game. Thanks to that 20% buff whenever she's hitting a single target. And Lewis helps cover some of the lack of rage generation. And here we have a Thunder Rally again. I don't know what I'm missing here. I've seen way too many of these. There's got to be something that I don't know. They're just gonna watch those. They're just gonna watch each other fight for an hour and not get anywhere. And because of the sheer amount of troops that Smoke Sea has in his Uh, Garrison, he's pulling out 7,300 in heals, which is more than a tower would give. So he still has more troops than a standard tower. Oh no, Ultimo has just popped in. Let's watch him start swarming people. We have a counter rally here of a Dut. Who else? Okay, yeah, I've got to be missing something. Because one, that counter rally isn't doing a damn thing. Now I know Ultimo has the power to just swarm these guys down. The fact that he's not means he's probably still holding back for Archipelago raid next week. Here, I need to look at Thunder again, because that to me is still the weirdest thing. Healing ability, reduction in attack, nothing fancy. It's better on garrisons because it is affected by your own troops. Increases infantry HP and defense by 10%, 40% in buffs, nothing to scoff at. Does increase his healing powers. He loses out on the counter damage while garrison, but he does receive the reduction in basic attack damage by 30%, which is Thunder's only primary form of damage. Yes, he's got his counter damage, but depending on who he's paired with, he's got no skill damage. When garrisoning reduced, so you don't get the 12% reduction in damage, but you do have a secondary heal when counterattacking, which means it's harder to counter you on the field. But still, I wouldn't imagine that being enough to compensate for the lack of damage output. Especially if you're up against another Thunder who can just out heal you. Oh, you're starting one from way back here. Green tea, if you were going for a sustainable rally for multi-rally situations, 100% believe that's a possibility. Because a Thunder Eddy rally is not going anywhere, and no one is gonna try and counter it because it's gonna hurt. Yeah. But if you don't have a secondary rally coming in behind it, you're just resigning yourself to a 3-hour rally. Will you win? Maybe. Neod's is definitely going to win this one. It's going to take a while, but he'll win it eventually. Which, on that note, I'm going to let you all watch this for a second, because I know they're going to start some additional rallies. I need to take my meds. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. One of the perks of being sick all the time. Okay. Smoke Seed didn't go ahead and bubble up, which was smart. He wasn't going to win that one. I know No Man's Land had a rally going. Oh, he's currently waiting on. Yep. This hurts. This is a Jin Peter rally with mixed troops. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. New D using old heroes. I mean, it's gonna work. It's dead. But it's pretty much overkill at that point. I'm really surprised Ultimo isn't just swarming people. And we got another one from Dr. Jekyll against No Man's Land. And No Man's Land is swarming it. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll's got this one in the bag. No Man's Land might as well just. But we do get to see one thing. I want to watch this thing fill up and it get locked. I still love Julia's effect there. She needs to be in more offensive rallies. Because she's probably the most solid check to Thunder out there. Because of that silence ability. For's aroma is getting hit on the way through. This appears to be worried about getting countered for good reason, with Dr. Jekyll right there above him. Both of them setting up shields and neither of them getting anywhere as far as damage is concerned. It's staying up the full 3 seconds. Ooh. I'm gonna swarm it. You're trying to come in from across the way. I will be right back. I need to head back home before I get hit again. And now back to region 48. 48, please. The Robert does give more damage output than the makeshift Lewis, it does seem. And it's definitely helping that Lewis's skill damage is getting eaten up by Rigoro's shield. Some of it is getting through, but no more than a round of damage. And now that Dr. Jekyll's checked the rally, if he's not already counter rallying it, he should be out to swarm it shortly. Or someone else is rallying it. But Tosai, the monkey. Sorry, I got distracted by a monkey. And we do have that counter rally come in with a Thunder. What's the point of making the counter rally sustainable? You're not taking basic damage. And you don't get the counter damage buff. Yeah, in that now. Still standing there. While I'm waiting, I want to check on something. I get some people asking questions in my YouTube comments that I haven't gotten a chance to answer today. Okay, nothing new. God, that is just an ugly rally. Robert's going to win eventually, but damn, this hurts to look at. Sorry. Yeah, Ultimo's going to make sure Dr. Jekyll doesn't come out to swarm the rally, but it's just gross. You Can't Stop Me is out here with a solid amount of power, taking out the little people. And Stormwinds is trying to help, but we'll shortly realize what double power really means. And here comes Grizzly Aftermath to make things a lot more even. I'm just really surprised you don't have as many kills as you do. There's definitely a mentality difference between someone who's fighting with a lot of kills versus someone who fights with very few kills. Few kills. So, even people who have very similar power, if their kill counts are different, there's usually a reason for that. Okay, let's go check out a different region. We know 48 has some activity going on, so we can come back and check that later. Doesn't like anyone really stayed over here. 14 putting up more of a fight. Oh, Boone is over here. It looks like all the fighting has already happened, and most, if not all, of Prim is bubbled up. Understandably so. And it's fairly safe to gather at times like this because no one wants to drop their shield. Here, let me go over. There is some action going on in 48 still. I'll head back over to it, Mark. Just so you can see where I was looking. Where you have TH45 and New D kind of going at it. But it's nothing too substantial right now. Most of the fighting has already happened there. Oh, random 43 popped in here. And you're trying to get behind your team. Yeah, You Can't Stop Me knows what he's doing as far as combat is concerned. So does Dr. Jekyll. You've got a couple other people that aren't scared to fight from TH45, but New D definitely has numbers on him right now, which is why you see a lot of New D not bubbled. But this kind of stuff bothers me. Why are there so many of these players with decent levels of might, but comparatively low kills? I say comparatively because I don't fight too much, but I have over half of my power and kills. And then you've got people like this that have going on double their power and kills, regardless of how much power they have. So, but then you have 107,000 might with only 21 million 107 million might with only 21 million kills. I'm like, what are you doing with it? I'm starting to see why my alliance has put in place the rule that we did for who gets to be an R3. So we started implementing it. Oh, where are you going? Getting behind your team. The Xar Alliance has said that we want to avoid having people put in Archipelago Raid that aren't going to fight or haven't shown that they want to fight. So if your power... I literally said that same thing not 15 minutes ago, Mark. He is right here, sitting in the middle, not swarming everything. I watched him port in. I'm like, oh, this is about to get interesting. Nope, he's basically just been field control. If Jekyll, Leonardo, T. Diddy comes out at all, he swarms their marches, but doesn't hit any of the bases around him. Because he could have swarmed this 102.46 with equipment that isn't that great. 74 million, easy swarm. And with 85% to 85 to 90% return rate on deaths, no reason not to. But he's there. Oh no, it's the Goofy Goober, but it's not SpongeBob. Does Titan's Hand have anyone that can match Ultimo in sheer power? I don't think they do. No, I mean, Dr. Jekyll matches him in kills easily, but not in raw power. And it appears that Jekyll has him in parts as well. Damn it. Did not mean to back out of that so instinctively. Yeah, see, Ultimo comes out, swarms the crap out of it. So much so that Leonardo literally just pulled his troops out of the rally. But they're not going to kill the rally faster than No Man's Land is going to die. Well, actually, they might. As the power decreases, the. Well, not if you do that. Nope, they got the kill. Yeah, I imagine that rally went really well for Dr. Jekyll. Barely got below half health on the rally. Another. Oh, another Jen Peter rally. Oh, just. I'm sorry, No Man's Land. This hurts to watch. Jin Peter is just. Jin is not a leader. He's not. So many people want him to be because of how strong he is on Siege. He doesn't have the best talents for it. If I remember correctly, he's saddled with the silly support tree as opposed to skills. I believe, and Peter has the attack tree, if I remember correctly. But as you can see, we've got a rally from someone 40 million power higher, over 40 million power higher than their target, and it's not absolutely mopping the floor with them because it's a mixed rally with subpar commanders as the rally lead. And you're a freaking rider commander. You're rider focused. Well, somewhat. You have parts and infantry. Oh man, you are all over the place. Oh, I want to reach out. Well, while there is some stuff going on in these other regions, I've had quite a bit going on today. Oh, yeah, you should be happy with that defense, Kev. You probably did really well. Sorry, I'm trying to do my best to mute the mic whenever I'm about to cough. Anyways, I'm going to take a look at the rankings of these last few regions, the top regions, and see how they're doing. We're currently doing fairly well in ours with about 130,000 points higher than our next closest rival. However, we do know there's a whale sleeping currently. So we'll see how things go after that, after he wakes up. But we'll take a look at the top ones, and then I'm going to log out for the night and prepare for tomorrow's stream, because then I'll be able to talk about the metros as I usually do. I also want to get a short video out about what I learned about Mia. So 16 taking over Battlefield 1, completely expected, but 20 and 49 are hiding so well that there's just not a lot of points going around. Region 4 doing very well for themselves against 1 and 14. 1 definitely was putting up a fight earlier. I don't remember seeing too much action in 14, but it looks like they did have some going on. Battlefield 3 is definitely interesting, considering 16 and 19 are pretty much tied in points, and 96 is just not doing anything right now, comparatively. So holding back for Archipelago Raid, letting ROK kill themselves, possible. Then you have arguably a very active region, but I can't seem to find where the fighting's going on. Or I missed it altogether. So 194 kind of running away with this one. And then you've got Battlefield 5 with 42 definitely running this one, with 48 putting up a fight. New D versus TH45. It'll be interesting to see how the metros get passed around in this one. I do imagine 43s will be taken. It's just a matter of by who. But with that being said, I will go ahead and state here in the stream one more time. We did learn something about Mia that's not stated in his skills. His counterattack skills, both of them, where it says counterattacks have a 20% chance to do something, and both of them work that way, there is an unwritten 6-second timer on it. They will not activate within 6 seconds of each other. I might be able to show you one of the reports from it. Nope. Nope. Here we go. Where we had Mia here, and you can check the combat logs of your own if you want to see this yourself. You come into defensive posture and quick draw technique, they will activate less often than the active skill, and your active skill cycle should only be about 6 to 7 seconds. With a 20% activation rate, you should get a lot more than how this is used, but you don't. So what you can do is you can click on either one of the skills and start scrolling down to check the times. None of them fall within 6 seconds. Not one. It's really sad to see that there is such a limitation on it like this, because I was really hoping for this to be more powerful than it was. Don't get me wrong, a 27% reduction in enemy HP is solid, but if it's only activating once, at most once every 6 seconds, it's less effective than we had hoped. When you have his skill activating every time a shield is broken or disappears, and that doesn't have the same limitation that we can see. So, with that being said, I'm going to make a short video making that known to everybody before we go into Archipelago Raid. But I'm going to hop off here for the night. I appreciate you all hanging around for the stream and keeping chat interesting. So, but I will be around tomorrow, hopefully earlier than I was this time around. And we'll get to see how metros get passed around for Dark Seal before Archipelago Raid. But with that, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, signing off.